livid.
Not pre-recorded.
I mean, it's being pre-recorded right now.
It's being pre-recorded live. Oh yeah, the menu music.
Yeah, very loud. Okay. Let's see. Here we go, we're drifting in. I really wish there was a... If we're playing this game again, I'll get some kind of cheat or mod or whatever that just automates planetary exploration. I don't want to cheat, I don't want to get resources for free, but I want like an auto-resolve, you know? I want like a, you know, you tell the computer to... I want the cyborg mode, but for planetary exploration, basically. So like you're paying crew, but you're getting the shit on the planet, you know? According to your current level of protection or whatever, you know?
This is a system message from ship's computer translation subsystem. Incoming message, extremely unusual in composition. Translation includes many lingual anomalies. Overall accuracy of translation is unknown.
Hello, extremely. I hope you like to play. Some campers are not so good for games. Is it time for playing yet? Who are you? You are not ores. We are ores. Ores are happy people energy from the outside. Inside is good. So much good that ores will always germinate. Can you come together with ores for a party? Yes, of course. Difficulty. Problems are difficult. Let's be special together. Spicy games are always
Spicy
fun.
games!
Here is bright and smooth. The other place is hurt or too much tired for keeping together. Other place is frumple. Ores are here now, but almost not yet. Soon ores are really here. You are help ores with party. Ores looking for you and find you. So much joy. Now, smooth plays all the time. And after now, never going back to outside. Never. Androsen are not here. Ores are here. You are not the same, too much like Anderson. You are happy campers. Do you want to see our surprising toys? No, do not. Anderson are so silly. We do not tell stories a lot about them. No more Anderson stories. Aha! I am told, other Ores cousins, you are connected for camping. I am so right. It is happiest days to not care about Androsen anything. So now, we can be together for friendly dessert. I am so right. I will tell them again. Yes, yes. We are too friendly. Extremely happy sisters should correct each other for celebration. so much enjoyment. Shall we come to your house so that we can be relatives?
Oh no! No, but we're not related by blood! No! No! We can't! No, it's too much! It's too much! But Ors-chan! We're not... I can't do it. I can't do it. Ooh. Like, I already know this is gonna be a disaster. If you ally with these people, they're gonna like eat you or some shit.
We are not trusting. We like to be together. Do you want to be together with us? Always, the other sad animals go away. But first, we have lots.
Go away, as in die.
Too many fun is not enough. Do you agree? I think you smell like you do.
Uh-oh.
This is the story about trusting. It is sad and makes many ores dissolve or burst into several. Why is it that you are trusting? What a funny question. I am tired.
So this is the choice, and this is the leave the conversation.
Yes. Think and then do. You will tell us soon. Soon is now. Parties can be so much fun for other reasons. Alliance is good.
Yeah, nice.
Going, yes. Ors is go with you same place for party. Nobody is forget. Next is alliance party. Always promise is good to keep. So much pleasure is coming. Ors and the U is changed together as soon as camping is started. You are not even aware. And then everyone is so happy. You are not forget. Alliance is promise. Ors are wait.
Okay, let's... This went better than last time. Oh, is that ship leaving for my homeworld now? It flew off to the side. Let's actually... We'll harvest this planet, and then we'll actually follow that ship. I'm curious if it's gonna, like, path back to our homeworld. Like, if it doesn't even matter if you say yes to the alliance, it's like, oh yes, we're going to your place.
Parties.
Yes, for parties, yeah. What was that pickup line they said again? The part about, like, being together. Fuck, we gotta look that up. The part about, like, being together for fun or whatever. I'm gonna try that next time I meet the girl. Are you? It flew off, like, I guess if it... No. If it flew off, it would have been here. I don't think it did. It just left the screen and then despawned.
Pleasant combination. We have been anticipating about you. Do you like parties? We do several times, and so much the better. So much the better. Ors have been waiting for alliance time. I will show you the inside. It is so good that you will never leave. Oh, I am so excited for expecting having alliance parties. Yes, yes. Reconsider is best.
Let's go, dude.
Jumping peppers. This is smiley time. You are campers after all. We will start alliance parties for better enjoyment. I am expanding. It is so much squishy to smell you. Campers are the best. I have anticipation. And then what? Better parties in the middle for sure.
Can we not save from the screen?
Yes, we do. Goodbye is the game. Hello, I am only joke. It is funny enough. Do not forget to enjoy the sauce.
I will not. I actually enjoy the sauce quite a bit. I cook it every day. Okay, we're gonna save. We're gonna see if we now can ask. I bet we can't though. Like asking is just gonna trigger them.
You're gonna squeeze the juice again?
Expanding.
Yeah.
It is so much.
I am expanding. It is so nice to smell you. Nice.
I am say best word, frumple. Maybe you do not know. Frumple be round yet lumpy. So bad. The asking about androsin is so frumple, we are not happy. Do not asking it so much. It is better to not frumple, or else there is so much problems. No more androsin is better. You are not sane. You are happy campers, but already you know. I will not talking about silly androsin. Now is stop asking. If you are say the question another time, it is frumple too much, and oars are dancing for dissolving the campers. I am clear. You are not so silly.
Yeah.
It is dancing.
Yeah.
Go, go. Go.
Do I have a secondary weapon on this thing?
Go, go. Go, go, go. Intruder, go.
Those boarding pods are pretty good.
Go, go, go.
These are like
go,
ships we got
go,
very early in the
go,
game.
go,
This
go.
ship is just useless. It just auto dies, I think.
Intruder, intruder,
Silly foe.
intruder.
It blows it up though, I guess. But yeah, the intruder.
Go, go.
I can't aim for shit because of the way it works, but at least
you have to destroy all their ships now.
like I can't aim for shit, but it's
Go.
okay.
Intruder.
We just spray.
I am squeezing the juice. More and more juice. You are sick for the last time.
Go. Go.
Oh, I think the AI wants your direction of aim.
Yeah.
Oh, we can make money like this now. Oh, whatever. We're gonna.
Oh, they spawned new ones. I think you're escaping. Remember we said that they're just an advanced scouting party.
No, those were the other. Oh yeah, you mean as in like the interpretation of like.
When they said, "War's not really here yet."
Yeah, soon we are here for real, and then never leave. Yeah. Whatever.
Intruder. Go. 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 Intruder.
Yeah, I didn't mean to ask them again. But when you're allied with them, they warn you though. They literally go like,
I am expanding.
I am expanded. Nice. I mean, I'm happy when I expand too in an RTS game.
That is funny. You think you see ores, but ores are not light reflections. Maybe you think ores are many bubbles too. It is such a joke. Ores are not many bubbles like campers. Ores are just ores. I am ores. I am one with many fingers. My fingers reach through into heavy space, and you see ores bubbles, but it is
Remember,
really
there are not
fingers.
many bubbles.
Maybe you do not even smell. That is sad. Smelling pretty colors is the best game.
Yeah, so they're not made of atoms. They're not many bubbles. These are just like remote controlled projections or whatever.
You are a silly
Uh-oh.
camper. I am always ores. If I was not ores, then I would
Yeah,
not
sure.
be. But of course, I am ores. We are from the outside. Also, the Arilu Quick Babies are from outside. It is the same, but not. Ors are from below. Arilu are from above. Ors does not like Arilu. Arilu are too much trouble. We cannot have parties when Arilu always jumping in front. It makes Ors frumble so much. These are fact words. Do you want to play this some more? Yes, we do. Goodbye is the game. Hello, I am only Joke. It is funny enough. Do not forget to enjoy the sauce.
So, if we have allied them, do we get like their ships and stuff?
Did you explore both the planets in this star system?
Not yet. I will explore the other one. We've done these two, and this one leads to conflict.
Say this word. You are not same. You are happy campers, but already you know. I will not talking about silly Androsin. Now is stop asking. If you are say the questioners are dancing for dissolving the campers. I am clear for dissolving our dancer and or much and ors and too much and ors are dancing for dissolving the campers. I am clear. You are not so silly. Perhaps you have not been to the playground. The playground is for Taelo and for Ors, but campers can go. It's more fun than several. The playground is 372.1. 261.
Your silly numbers.
Your silly is then
272.1.
37 on the playground is 372.1. 261.9. Your silly numbers. You can go there for too much fun. I will tell again the many pieces. You do not know special things. Here is some. Time is not one, but many. Space is many. Colors are many. You are so sticky. You cannot slide like oars from outside to inside and in between. It is sad. But oars can pull the campers after being connected. This is soon.
Uh-oh.
Oars are trying to pull the Androsin, but they are so silly they do not want. Arilu can slide. Also Taelo. Many can slide, but oars are better, of course. Yes, we do. Good.
Okay, so basically, these people are from other brains. And we silly 3D. Yeah, that was such a good. This is what I mean when I say it has like a hard sci-fi vibe to it. 'Cause, like, although there's a bunch of like obviously gamey shit, like obviously it's like there's a bunch of shit here that's just like silly kind of space games. But at the same time, like whoever made this game knew a lot about like sci-fi. What?
I am expanding.
Oh yeah, they hug you. Yeah, so like this is what I mean, where it's like they wrote all these silly aliens, but like they make sense once you once you look at it from the correct angle, everything suddenly makes sense, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, we are sticky, we're stuck to the fucking brain, like, oh my fucking god, you know? It's like... yeah, not worth. Time does not pass when you're on the planet, so... by the time you see that it's not worth, it's already too late, and you might as well grab it. Hey. Oh, it's like... oh my fucking god.
Yes, we.
So we will simply
I
go...
wonder if having silly bubbles is what makes you sticky.
yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I like the description too. No, you don't understand. We are not light reflection. It's like, yeah, I mean, this is what I mean when I said it's like, it's, you know.
You can class 6 ones now?
I can do anything. Anything I want. I can go anywhere. Kill anyone. Nobody can touch me. I have diplomatic immunity. I have a shield of every type now. You get the most useful shield last. You get the lightning and flame shield last. You get the earthquake shield. You get the alien shield first, which is like the most worthless thing ever. But then you get like the earthquake shield, and then you get like the lightning and fire. I think my plan now, in terms of quests, is now that we've allied these guys, we're gonna go home, see if there's anything interesting we got. I want to explore this quest line. I talked to Dennis earlier, and I was like, hey, do you know, like, are you like trying to not spoil me, or do you not know what's up with the ores, right? And he said that like either he doesn't know, or it's so long ago that he's forgotten. So nobody knows where this ores plotline is going. So, like, obviously, I'm not stupid. Like, obviously, these are the people who, you know, these people are like soul devourers or something, right? But I want to ally them anyway and see what happens. It might cause us to lose the game, but...
And what about the von Neumann herb story?
oh, that we already got given the coordinates to their homeworld, kind of.
Is there a time limit on it there?
Time limit? Oh, they might like replicate and eat the world? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Oh, the time limit on everything, which is like 2059 or whatever.
Okay, what's that?
That's when the aliens arrive. We spoiled ourselves a little bit by looking it up to see what the time limit was like. Supposedly there's a way to get a whole extra year. There's like there's a certain plotline that will give you a whole extra year. So you gotta be on the lookout for that. Anything that interferes with the Urquan. So yeah, what I was getting at, right, was like, first of all, we're gonna go back to Earth once I've scanned this little weird formation of green stars with a big green star in the middle, right? I just went here because it looked cool. It's actually pure luck that it lined up so well too. It's really weird. I talked to the Arilulile people, and they were like, you know, we've designed you to not smell and not be seen by these parasites, and then these are these parasites, right? And I talked to that trader, and I bought information 15 times, and then he mentioned that like, oh yeah, the Arilulilo plans might not actually be, you know, to your benefit. So we've got like two competing people trying to push their agenda, right? Essentially, right? And we have these super ominous, suspicious, happy camper people. So it was really lucky that we got those, you know, plot reveals in that order, because it made a lot of sense. It made it easy to like tie together. So we're very fortunate last stream, but I'll finish exploring this area, and then we're going back to Earth to see if anything happened there. Now that we were allied with the Ors, and then we're going to go to the Arilalilu again. I want to see if they have something new to say now that we're
element. You
Yeah.
found the ores.
Yeah.
They said a sticky happy campus.
Yes. That's really my prog rock band name. Sticky Happy Campers. Occupy Wall Street.
Well, that's gonna eat a lot of time going to there.
I mean, I'll have to. Oh, actually,
Well, yeah, for the other quest, but like if
yeah,
you
for the
go-
hyperwave
they're gonna
lemur.
be going several times because they gave you the quest to retrieve the
Talking pet, yeah.
The
Maybe we'll
meme
do the
from
talking
the-
pet first.
dreadnought.
Yeah.
And the portal spawner. I mean,
It spawns every month. It takes at least a month to go there, because you're not gonna. I should have recorded how long. We can always go back and look. I should have recorded how long it takes to fly from Earth to the portal location. You know, how many days. 'Cause, like, I've missed that opening every time, so I've just ended up just mining in that location for it to open again. I guess it doesn't. I mean, the time you miss doesn't really matter, because there's a lot of stars there that you can mine anyway. So you spend your time mining. So it's not the time you miss on the portal isn't truly lost. The only time that's lost is traveling there, right? Because you know you're mining there, right? If you're there anyway, then there's no additional time cost to mining those stars. Obviously, we lost like a whole, probably half a year more than we should have lost just mining early game. This is a very good haul, by the way. Lots of gold. We'll have enough money for quite a while. I can't wait to get like a good fighting ship. One that doesn't like isn't risky to use. Like, I'd really like to have a very simple, non-efficient robot just drive this little shuttle around. Like, so it would just follow the simple script of align yourself towards the nearest resource and travel towards the nearest resource, you know? Until you drive over it, and then you're done. And then, you know, when it has like, it auto-retreats when it's down to half crew or some shit, you know? So not too efficient, but something like that. Yeah, I wish you could automate this. I wish like the final shuttle technology you got was like shuttle automation. After you've manually shuttled and outfitted your shuttle with all resistances, right? Then the final shuttle tech is shuttle automation. This is kind of boring in the long run. It's not even boring yet, but it's inevitable that it will be. This game would have been so incredibly cool to play back when it came out, when the graphics were, you know, probably even good, right?
Yeah.
This would have been, you know, imagine this, like a bleeding edge game mechanic game with perfectly fine graphics. Like imagine this game today. This game would have been so sick. Like imagine this game today with like star sector combat and fleets and shit, where like you have AI flying your ships and you have like star sector combat. This would have been so sick. No awkward like, you know, 16 directions of aim or some shit like that. Just like, you know, game is polished in every way, and you have this epic ass campaign.
I am expanding. Hello. Next, I will spit. Slow.
Oh, they say different things.
Hello. Hello. I will say again for extra enjoyment. So much a fun game. Hello. Hello. Next, I will spit slow time words to you for better dancing. Do you know? Oars can dance very well. Now you are a happy camper, and oars can give heavy space shifts for dancing. Oars will give. Oars ships have the go-go. Do you know? These are best for letting go near heavy space planet bodies. Then go, and going fastest to enter ships of the other. Then it is happy time.
Ooh. Ooh. Super fun to get close to the enemy, launch boarding pods, and then it is happy time when you're in melee with the other crew and you can eat them.
Here is good news. 6 or 9 pieces ago, myself, the oars, did not even smell your level. Can you believe? It is so silly. It is such a happy town. Then, the Andersons made some slippery places. And then, oars can smell
The dimensional fatigue portals, the slippery places.
slippery man. The Andersons made some slippery places. And then, oars can smell it. It smells so good, oars are surprised. I myself push the fingers into the new town, and there are so many campers. First, the Bucks. But they are such silly cows. They ask so much about the Andersons, we must dance with them. Then we can smell the Arilu. Again, they are jumping in front. It is always... There is juice squeezing, and then we are not so crumpled. Finally,
Juice squeezing.
we find you,
In other
the
words,
happy
drinking the
people.
life force of the aliens. And then they are not so frumple, because they've expanded, right?
We
They're
are not
sucked
so
up, right?
crumpled. Finally, we find you, the happy campers, and the Ta'ela playground for sliding through. Where are the Ta'ela? There they are. It
You
is
see
too
them ready
much
to?
fun. We are too happy in this slow time heavy space. It is a better level for games. This is the everything story. Now you know.
The everything story. Oof.
Yes, we do. Goodbye is the game. Hello, I am only Joe. It is funny enough. Do not forget to enjoy the sauce.
Yeah, don't forget to enjoy the sauce.
Dude, I'm so happy you showed me this game. Like, this is a life-changing experience, dude. This game provides so many like timeless memes. Like all the memes in this game are very like these are not like Republican nomination memes or anything where like, you know, they have like an expiration date. This is like this will be funny forever, you know. Actually, the thing is orbiting the planet. I'm gonna fly at it just in case it's.
I am expanding. Middle vacation. And then what? Even more pleasant combinations. I am successful the most. Perhaps after the biggest party, you will understanding the ores, and I can showing you other levels. There are so many, but you only play on this one. One is not enough. We are friends now. Never be afraid to open enough and spread the wax.
Sure.
I am already telling the everything story. It is too much. You do not asking about us the many. Next, it is the party, and you will become. It is best. After this, you are so happy you do not ask the many questions. Do you anticipate? Yes, you do. I am too tired the silly word game. Yes, we do. Goodbye.
I'm gonna save just in case I accidentally. If I ask them again about that, they get mad. You know, if I play this game again, I'm gonna look up a speedrun strat, specifically for where to go to as quickly as possible get enough information to buy the shuttle upgrades. Not for like the whole game, but just for that part. Oh, the mnemonic was very something, right? So violet planets are like the best, right? Oh, maybe not. That's something we should probably look up actually. Like, what are the colors of the dank planets? Is that from the solar system? It will save us time if we can, from the solar system screen, see which planets are worth going to, so I don't go to all these worthless ones. Because by the time I'm on the planet, then it's pointless to not loot it. But we could become selective and just go into a solar system and just like, you know, raid the top 3 colors, but then ignore the rest. That's probably something we should look up. Maybe we should just go back to the slave platform and ask the guy again, and just have a think about the mnemonic a little bit. Try to figure out which colors he meant.
You mean about the orangutans and the bananas?
Yeah, the very young orangutans can perhaps grow bananas rather well, or some shit. Yeah. Oh, there's a building on this thing. Multiple buildings. Ooh, report from Turfus. Xenohistorian Hilgor here. Sir, we have confirmed that these ruins are the remnants of the Andersynth culture. From the mass destruction we have witnessed, we can only assume that there was some kind of huge land war here within the past 5 years. However, there is no, repeat, no signs of orbital bombardment or invasion from space. Just a whole mess of buildings shot to pieces. Probably the weirdest thing we've seen, or not seen, are corpses. There aren't any. It's as though something appeared out of nowhere, blasted everything with nuclear bazookas, then grabbed all the Andersynth and disappeared. In addition, an additional report, sir, from Science Officer Wałkowski. We have located an Andersynth scientific research station, and I have been trying to make some sense out of what's left of their central computer. As far as I can tell, about 7 years ago, the Andersynth began experimenting with something they called dimensional fatigue. Fatigue phenomena. I can't figure out what this dimensional fatigue, parentheses, or as they call it, IS? I can't figure out what this dimensional fatigue, or off as they call it. I can't read this. Or off as...
It's a parenthesis and is. It's a closed parenthesis.
Yeah, but what's is inside the parenthesis? Or off as they call it.
Yes, or off as they call it.
So it's a typo then.
What is?
What does or off mean? OF maybe?
I don't know.
Okay, whatever. So whatever they call it is. But maybe if we explore another city, I would be able to find more information on this subject. End of report. Okay. Okay, let's... Report from surface. Bukowski again. Sir, we have found another research institute. Well, the ruins of one anyway. The computer here is in a better shape, allowing me to learn a bit more about the Anderson's investigation into OF, dimensional fatigue. It would appear that their studies actually began over 10 years ago after one of their blazer vessels discovered some precursor artifact on Alpha Lalandi. Okay. Oh no, I used alt memes to close my screen, and it advanced time. Okay, I accidentally advanced time by one screen, so we'll have to go back to where it was on screen. And I'll do that by opening my own stream, opening the recording, muting it, and going to the end. And we'll pause it there, and I'll just read it out loud. Okay. Bukowski again. Sir, we have found another research institute. Well, the ruins of one anyway. The computer here is in better shape than me to... Computer here is in better shape, allowing me to learn a bit more about the Anderson's investigations into OF, dimensional fatigue. It would appear that their studies actually began over 10 years ago after one of their blazer vessels discovered some precursor artifact in Alpha Lalande. As far as their scientists here could tell, the devices generated... Oh, of course it's... Okay, it's not paused. As far as their scientists here could tell, the devices generated OF waves which would allow the user to see into other, and then more, and then this is where we can read from the game. Dimensions. Realms of existence which share position with our own universe but have a different, what should I call it, reality phase. Anyway, the Andersons had hoped that the dimensional fatigue technology contained in the devices would permit them to create new, faster forms of hyperdrive and hyperwave. Instead, when they began their experiments, they made contact with some kind of life form on the other side, a creature from an alien dimension. And the record is fragmentary here. I see requests to the central computer for information data on reality aberrations, the mosquito manji, and ghosts, poltergeists, and other malevolent supernatural creatures. The quests grow more urgent, almost frantic, and then the record ends. Report from surface. Captain, this is Ensign Hawthorne standing in for Bukowski. Sir, Bukowski has found something, but in the process he has gone kind of nuts. When we first got to the city, Bukowski went wild because the science center was pretty much intact. He locked himself in their computer control cabin and spent about 10 hours alone in there. We could hear him mumble to himself. Then his speech got louder until he was shouting. He was scared, sir. Damn scared. We finally decided that we'd better check up on him. But Bukowski wouldn't let us into the room. He said that no one could ever know what he had learned. That just knowing was enough to alert them. He kept talking about them. Crazy stuff, sir. About how they could see him now and they were moving towards him. Then Bukowski started thrashing around the room, screaming that he had to destroy everything before they saw us too. He did a lot of damage to the Anderson's computers before we stopped him, and I guess he must have hurt himself in the process. He's cut up pretty badly. You know, it's strange. He must have hurt himself worse than I thought. And now when I look at him, it seems like he has even more cuts than just a few minutes ago. And boy, is he screaming. Now, based on the damage Bukowski wrecked on the central computer, I don't believe that we'll find anything more down here. I think we learned all that we can from exploring these ruins. And frankly, with all Bukowski's ranting, I'm getting a bit nervous myself. Call us back to the ship soon, please. End of report. Oh shit, dude. Yeah, this is really neat. Like as a Lovecraftian horror type meme, right? Like by knowing about them, you're basically attracting them, right? Like that's how they're beings from hyperspace who can see you if you know about them. Oh, there's no. I'm a little bit worried that we'll end up having to load. Well, no, I don't think this game would. I don't think deciding upon the alliance with the Horse doomed us. I think it'll just like cause us to pay some kind of price at some point in another area. It would be really weird if we're now doomed and we'll get a ship, right? We'll get like an Horse ship that's like good in combat, but then we're now doomed or some shit. So like we'll have to, you know, load that save from before the alliance. It would be really weird if the game works like that. Like, some adventure games do work like that effectively, in the sense that if you didn't pick up the thing when you were supposed to pick up the thing at like a location, then the game is just uncompletable now. Some old games did work like that, so it's not completely ruled out, but this game seems to be so good that I don't think it'll be like that. Whoops.
in the shed to smell you a bit. I have anticipation and betterment. Even more pleasant combinations. Perhaps after the big oil levels. One is not. Never be afraid to open enough and spread the wax. I am already telling the story. Next, it is I. Do not ask them. Yes! I am expanding. Yes, we.
Yeah, we don't have the cargo space to get all these stars. These stars are pretty good though. Oh, Demis. How much do you want to bet that the stars further away from your starting location are a lot better? I might have wasted an insane amount of time for very low returns working that, you know, working that shitty minimum wage job right outside the solar system. Like, these places pay a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, you know, we're, I don't know, like 20% of the map away from the solar system start. Yet we're getting these planets that are like, you know, pretty good compared to like the close range planets that have like shader resources most of the time. Okay, so there's 2 star systems left. There's absolutely no way we can do both of them, so I'm just gonna leave.
Look out! Boy, what a close call. Captain, why did you try to run down that Keel Varese vessel? You almost smashed it into flinders. What? You didn't see it? Surely you... Oh, never mind. Now, what can we do for you today? What would you like to sell, Captain? The 400. What trade items would you like to buy today? How much fuel do you wish to purchase? Fuel transferred to your vessel. How wonderful, Captain. As you are probably aware, Urquan starships, you call them dreadnoughts, I believe, possess effective self-annihilation circuits, which prevent other races from reverse engineering Urquan technological secrets. However, we have become aware of a shipwrecked dreadnought, which has remained largely intact. You will find the remains of the ship on the surface of a blue world orbiting Alpha Provence. We suspect you will find at least one item of interest there, possibly 2.
That one's already in my log, right?
Yeah, should
Yeah.
be.
Alpha Pavonis, yeah.
You may have noticed the presence of an increasingly large number of red probe vessels, which move with great speed and attack relentlessly. We are sorry to say that this is our catalog item 2418B. Do not blame us. We are not responsible for this violent folly. The product is not being used in a correct manner. Should you wish to confront the actual wrongdoers, we suggest you search the planets in Beta Corby for the probe's owners. Not more than 50 years ago, the Druge were informed by the now extinct Pervixes race of a powerful alien nation called the Utwig. The Utwig, the Pervixes explained, were pleasant, sophisticated creatures, but they were also terminally depressed and often spoke about ending their lives by activating a super weapon, some kind of gigantic bomb, which they had found on one of their worlds. Zeta Heidi 6B, I think it was. The Druge recognized the description of the bomb as a precursor planetary tool, which indeed was an explosive device of unrivaled power, and they set out to make it their own. Though the revolting, criminal, insidious Druge rarely leave their sphere of influence, it encompasses Algol, Almagest, and the Persei stars. They made a special trip on this occasion to the Aquarii constellation, where they made contact with the Utwig. There is a device commonly known as the Ultron with the Aquarii constellation, where they made a special trip on this occasion to the Aquarii constellation, where they made contact with the Utwig. There is a device commonly known as the Ultron. Is it now in your possession? Ah, I see. The Druge sold this device to the Utwig, explaining that it was a precursor personal magnifier, which would enrich the lives of their entire culture in too many ways to describe specifically. The Utwig, I am sorry to say, fell for the Druge's foul ruse and snapped up the Ultron immediately. Fortunately for us all, the Utwig did not pay the Druge's requested price, the super bomb, and instead gave him a collection of historical oddments and genuine artifacts, which to this day the Druge are trying to unload on unwary buyers. The Utwig, who live in the Aquarii constellation, have grown very depressed late. They accidentally broke the supposed Ultron sold to them by the felonious Druge. As a consequence, they are morose and melancholic, and will probably be unwilling to help you fight the Urquan. If you wish to gain them as allies, we recommend that you acquire the broken Ultron, as if it ever worked, and find some suitable replacement parts. Our information indicates that you could find these items in 3 different places. A rosy sphere at the Druge trade world, an aqua helix somewhere in Thredash space, and a clear spindle, which is currently in the possession of Rose. Information indicates that you could find these items in 3 different places. A rosy sphere at the Druge trade world, an aqua helix somewhere in Thredash space, and a clear spindle, which is currently in the possession of the Republic. Captain, that was the last current event we have for sale. When the Dinyari took control of the milieu, one race fought back, the Taeno. These slow, quiet creatures were silicon-based life forms, but bore little resemblance to the modern Gengetsu. Taelo were natural immunes to the Dinyari's psychic compulsion. They were unaffected by the creature's power, and the Dinyari would not permit anyone to exist outside their control. So they ordered the remaining races of the milieu to attack and destroy the Taelo home planet. This planet was one of the few milieu worlds located in this region of space. I believe you call their star Delta Volpeculae. Their home was a moon revolving about the second planet. I'm sad to say that the Taelo were indeed eliminated. However, at the time of their devastation, they had completed a device which they thought would give other races psychic immunity like their own. What happened to this device, this shield? It's hard to say. Maybe it was destroyed in the attack on their homeworld. Maybe not. In the Dinyari's new empire, the Urquan were the favored slaves. This is probably because the Urquan were the most psychically sensitive, the most easily compelled. As the centuries of Dinyari dominance passed, what was once the sentient milieu deteriorated and degenerated into a great galactic gulag. Alien races which did not serve with the efficiency and speed demanded by the Dinyari were ruthlessly burned from the faces of their worlds. The agents of this genocide were inevitably the Dinyari's favored pet, the Urquan. After almost 2,500 years of unrelenting Dinyari control, there were only 4 living member races of the once great sentient milieu. By this point, the Dinyari had used genetic manipulation to split the Urquan into 2 subspecies. The green Urquan. Scientists, technicians, and administrators who were responsible for maintaining the limited infrastructure of the Dinyari civilization, and the black Urquan, who filled the ranks of basic laborer and combat soldier. Then, a chance discovery by an Urquan named Kazerza led to the violent overthrow of the Dinyari slave empire. The Urquan named Kazerza was a green, a researcher specializing in repairing the mental damage inflicted by long-term exposure to the Dinyari's psychic compulsion. By this point in history, the Dinyari had grown lax in their dominance, and on occasion accidentally permitted their slaves moments of self-direction. Kazerza was able to use those few scattered minutes to compose a theory. From its observations, Kazerza realized that when a slave died, the Dinyari disconnected from the slave's mind, lest it too be dragged down to death. Further, the Urquan scientist uncovered the fact that when a slave underwent great pain, the Dinyari temporarily disconnected, but that the degree of pain had to be extreme, nearly lethal. Kazerza chose its moment carefully. It waited until it was near an open transmission unit. Then, in a short moment of mental freedom, the Urquan injected itself with a dose of acidic poison, sending incredible waves of pain through its long body. In the few moments before its death, Kazerza was able to wrest control of the transmitter to send word of its discovery across the planet and into space as well. Before the Dinyari knew what was happening, Urquan everywhere were hacking at their own bodies with chunks of glass, burning themselves horribly, doing anything that would give them the few seconds of freedom necessary to find the nearest Dinyari and crush the bleeding creature. As they gained longer and longer periods of control, the Urquan developed new tools and weapons to destroy their evil masters. The most gruesome of these devices was the excruciator, a mechanism which was inserted directly into the brain and generated a constant stream of agony. The Dinyari could not bring themselves to make the necessary mental connection with these tortured Urquan. They were slaughtered by the thousands. The Urquan slave revolt was won. When the last Urquan was free of psychic compulsion, when the last free Dinyare was dead, the combined might of the Urquan starfleets met in orbit above the Dinyare homeworld. They had come together to make two important decisions. First, how to punish the few frightened Dinyare left below on the planet's surface. Second, how to ensure that never again would the Urquan be made slaves. The first decision was made swiftly. The Dinyari would not be allowed to die. It was too kind a fate. Instead, the creatures would be genetically modified into sub-sentience. They would become dumb animals. These low creatures would be further debased by serving the Urquan for all eternity in the most demeaning way the Urquan could imagine, acting as translators, making physical contact with other species, whom the Urquan now considered grossly inferior to themselves and revolting. The second decision, how to ensure their freedom permanently, caused great turmoil.
Okay, so the Kor'a are this other faction. The black ones are the Kor'a, right? So we have so the Urquan are fighting themselves right now. That's the reason why we have any chance at all is because the Urquan are off, literally fighting themselves, and the black ones want to kill everyone else, and the green one wants to enslave everyone else. That's like the difference of opinion. The ancient difference of opinion that's being quote-unquote reenacted, right?
Yeah, they're the black ones are the violent ones.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know, dude. Don't get me banned. Oh. I swear. This game is from the 90s or some shit.
Following the successful Urquan slave revolt, the Urquan met to decide how to ensure their freedom. The Green Urquan, who called themselves the Kazakh Tsar in honor of the Urquan who triggered the revolt, wished to establish the path of now and forever, which required that all other sentient species must become slaves of the Urquan, or be forever imprisoned beneath an impenetrable force shield. Leading the opposition to this plan was Korra, a charismatic fleet officer. Korra proposed a simpler alternative, the Eternal Doctrine. Simply put, this scheme called for the systematic eradication of all sentient life in the universe, aside from the Urquan. Captain, if these positions seem to you extreme or unwarranted, you must remember that the Urquan had been unwilling slaves for millennia, and that each of them had to remain in agony for years in order to defeat the Dinyari. The followers of Kazekza and Korra were all on the brink of madness, but neither side would submit, and so they fought a bloody civil war. Unfortunately, this purchase requires 14 additional credits.
I love how when you have, when you're talking to somebody you've known for a little while, right? You're having an interesting conversation, and then he just stops and says, pay me 14 additional credits, or I'm not continuing. That's just the best. This guy had it like day 9 making his VODs private, right? I mean, that's nothing. Like, this guy has it all figured out. Like,
What else would you like to buy? It has been a pleasure dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
You've almost bought everything from him.
yeah. So when he says it has been a pleasure dealing with you, that's like literal. We gotta go to Delta, the Delta planet first. I don't have any cargo space. I think what we'll do is we'll scan these.
I am expanding. It is so much
Get at least enough, some more
more pleasant.
data.
Yeah,
on
there's 2 more planets here, and I don't want to go back here ever again.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna go visit all of them and throw away the blue stuff. Because one of these planets, the Volpoculae system, right, are these planets, right? And Delta Volpoculae or whatever was like, has an artifact on it that's, you know, story relevant apparently, according to the guy. I didn't enter it into my notepad because I figured I'm right here, so I'm just gonna go nab it right now. Whatever it is. So we're gonna fill up our cargo bay. It's gonna be awkward, but we'll just discard. We'll use the discard mechanic, which I haven't used so far. Apparently, the ability to partially pick up resource nodes was added in the HD remaster. That's not how the original game works. In the original game, everything works the same way that like data works. Like, you just lose it if you pick up it too little at a time. I guess my one criticism of this game a little bit is like how the how you gotta like getting the lander upgrades was really awkward. I'm not sure if that's a criticism or not. I'll have to play through the game twice, I think. The next time I play it, I'm not gonna do any grinding. I'm just gonna do only questing, and we'll see if stuff still unlocks at like a decent rate or whatever, you know. I will definitely play this game twice. And I'll of course make very different alliance choices next time. After I stop streaming this for today, I'm gonna go and try to get Conquest to work. I actually wanna play that game next. When I'm done with Star Control, I think we're doing Conquest's single-player campaign. It should take 2 or 3 days, depending on how hard it is. I remember it being pretty darn hard, actually. Like, it's like a weird mix. Like, some of the levels are like ridiculously easy, and some of the levels are ridiculously hard. But yeah, I'm hoping all of you guys can enjoy that game. I'm hoping we can play it together. It's I've thought about the game quite a bit, but I've never played it at like a high level, so it'll be interesting. It'll be you guys will have a real chance to to beat me in RTS.
I am expanding. Yeah.
And it's like a mix of RTS and like 4X game. I've actually
I am expanding.
I actually think that it has a lot of potential. If we can get it running on modern computers, then it actually has a lot of potential to be fun for everyone. It's a game that doesn't really have much micro because all the units are so sluggish anyway, and there's like supply lines and everything in it, so it's literally pointless to pick this up because all this shit is being discarded anyway. there's a lot of mechanics that don't have a lot to do with like having the. Obviously, you know, we'll figure out good builds and stuff as we play, but there's a lot of mechanics in that game that have more to do with thinking than like being fast necessarily. So it has a lot of potential, I think. I wish games like these came out today. Like the big tragedy of RTS today is that like everybody just can never do anything else but copy StarCraft 2 for some reason. Because they're super afraid that their game won't sell if they don't copy StarCraft 2. Well, this is when we got a cargo. Nice. Yeah, we were though. Oh, there really isn't a lot of free space. I'm gonna toss all of the blue. Whoa, barely. Driving the lander around is gonna get boring, because like, not only have I sort of mastered it, mostly, but it got so easy when we got all the shields too. But driving a spaceship around is fine. It's I don't mind this. Ironically, I don't mind driving around with the spaceship anymore. It's just the lander that annoys me now. Although I do wish that visited planets got like check marked somehow, you know? Like when you're from the solar system screen. I wish that from the solar system screen they would like somehow indicate that you've already landed on this planet at least once, you know? But obviously like it's a little bit stupid to like complain about stuff like this because obviously it's an old game, so this game existed before even the journal idea, right? So a bit weird to complain about like check marking planets when there's not even like a journal of like mentioned addresses, you know? Like you buy information and you get that conversation exactly once, and if you don't write down the relevant information, you wasted your money. That's, you know, that's how hardcore we are anyway, so obviously there's no reminder of which planet you've sucked dry.
pretty pieces. I am squirting nice colors. Why? The reason. Camper friends have come to Tailo Playground. Why are you coming to this? Yes, yes. You say words, then I say. It is fun in between. More fun than dancing. Many gravity centers in heavy space make good party places.
Ooh.
This is why we like the new town. So many campers, and then what? Even the playground. Such a surprise. At this playground, Tailo are making time jokes. It is too funny for the oars. Tailo are in heavy space, and next what? They spread to pretty space because Denari are chasing them. Now, Denari are sleeping, so oars can chase them. Then we can have a party. They are even better campers than you. Do not feeling bad. You are good enough campers, but not yet. I will tell. This Tailo Playground. Do you know? Tailo is not anymore the heavy space. They are not here. To play with Tailo, oars must spread into pretty space. There are so many good places for this year. Oars are happy. Of course, you do not know Tailo. You are campers. You cannot go into pretty space. Too bad. You are asked if oars are upset. Oars are not upset. You are happy campers. Certainly, you are only slow time walkers. It is not fun on the surface in slow time. If you want to go, that is okay.
Well, swell. Ooh. Let's save here. Hey, you know what? Rather than the oars being like some like hidden evil thing where it's like it's cheerful and then it reveals itself to be like super evil or whatever, what I want to be the case, what I want to see is the direction I want to see the story go in is I want to see the oars just be like devouring these other races, but we are, you know, we're kind of cool with it and basically, you know, sanctioning it to have them as allies. That would be the best if that's how it plays out. Where it's like we just like direct them to other races to eat because we're the happy campers, so they're saving us for last or whatever. This is the planet that I'm here for. The one that the trader told me about.
Yeah, it's the Tailo homeworld.
Captain, we have found an unusual glowing rock thing here on the surface. When we first noticed it, we thought it was a natural, it was naturally fluorescing. It was a naturally fluorescing igneous dike. Yeah. But upon closer observation, we can only conclude that this object is artificial in origin. Tailo design. Those guys sure built to last. Simple radiometrics show the age in excess of 20,000 years. Regardless of how old it is, it continues to radiate energy all up and down the EM spectrum with a concentration of emissions in the red/infrared range. That's a very weird slash. It's like a staircase, but okay. Even though it weighs a ton, we will certainly lug this puppy up to the ship. One last comment before I sign off. Ensign... before I sign off. Ensign... Dude, these letters are so hard, dude. Ensign Hoodkins and Witherspoon have both reported extreme headaches and mental disarray whenever they approach the Taelo device. None of the rest of us have any problems, so either the ensigns are just being babies, or the Taelo device produces some kind of shield that affects only certain people's minds. Maybe the scientists back at the starbase will tell us more. Neat. Ah, yeah, we already visited all this. It's a dark red, it's not good, but like the orange is super good. Yeah.
Yeah, orange is the radioactive.
Did we do this from outwards inwards? I think we did. We've already been
We
on this
haven't
one, right?
visited Gamma Vulpeculae.
Yeah, I know we haven't done the last star system. I just meant all the planets. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I think this is the pattern. Okay, so the ones that are really far out, we do those in order of orbit. And once we get close enough that the camera keeps like snapping around, we'll do them in like shortest straight line. You know. Like the least amount of major turns in order to... Because the problem is, it's just an issue of memory, right? It's just an issue of like remembering like where the fuck you've been.
I am expanding. Even more pleasant combos. I am already telling to... Yes!
I guess we could go to Gamma as well. And just do like a, harvest the good resources. Yeah, let's do it. For symmetry. Okay, so outwards, then inwards.
I am expanding! Yes!
Is this the good blue or the bad blue? This is the bad blue, yeah. Light. So, dark blue but light red. Like the stuff to remember. It's actually good. Oh, nope. I wish there was an option to prevent the solar system from rescaling all the time. Because I could maneuver just... okay, so, like, you need that rescaling when you get close to the star, but only when you get really close to the star. Oh, I'm glad we didn't skip on this planet. One of those antimatter planets. I'm so afraid of I really wish I hadn't asked about the androsynth so many times, because I'm like one misclick away from accidentally, like, triggering these people.
Hello to our house. Do you feel better yet? If you are campers, you will enjoy the change, but maybe not yet. It is best if many happy ores are coming to your house.
Ooh.
Let's sing the fun words for several pieces, and then surprising things. Even more pleasant combination. Perhaps. I am already telling, but yes, we do.
Yeah, that's the Or's home world.
This is my house. This is my house. Do you want to know a secret? Do not think it is not campers. You are so many lonely, juicy bubbles.
Ooh.
It is so sad. Now that you are campers, you will have more parties and no more sad, lonely bubbles. This is the secret. Yes, we... Happy to come to my house some more times. I am Ors. I do not have the name because I am Ors. Ors is the name. Do you want to squirt? If you want to, then you do. It is best. I know it.
Oh, I do want to squirt.
Yeah, but like seriously though, like, what does this mean?
Yes, we do.
I think I have most of it, but I'm trying to like piece together like obviously this thing is not like a physical being. This is some like weird singular being, and like it feels sorry for us or whatever. But I'm wondering if this is like a...
Happy to come to my house some more times.
Alright, trade another conversation.
I am Ors. I do not have the name because... Yes.
I'm trying to like figure out like, is this thing like a, oh, you poor physical beings, you need to ascend and join me in the fun dimension, right? I'm wondering if like that's what's going on, or if it's like you should all feel privileged to be devoured by me, you know? Like it's one of those two, I think. I just can't like quite get it yet. Yeah, Happy Camper is my, you know, that's my new band name. Yeah, we are Happy Campers. Yeah, we allied them. Yeah, we went all the way, dude. I have no idea if this is like the worst decision of my life, but I'm so curious that I had to. It's like 1 in the night. I should probably call it now, huh? I started a little bit too late today, so I'm sorry, Alley Cat, but I think I'm gonna end the stream real soon. I started too late today, so I can't go for it that long. I live in Norway, so it's 0-1 during the night right now for me. Yeah, I'm very curious where this horror storyline is going. I'm really intrigued. We'll go talk to the Arilu. We'll talk to the Arilu tomorrow, I guess. Hey, let's have a look at their new ships. Oh, you know what we should do? We should mine Venus, now we have fire resistance.
Greetings, Captain. I'm ready to assist you. Before we go on, I have something important to tell you. We have been invaded by an alien race calling themselves the Ors, though so far the invasion is a friendly one. The fish-like creatures have been stomping around the base in their robotic, walking exoskeletons, which look like combat vac suits if you ask me. Based on the summary reports I've seen on their Nemesis ship design, I have but a single comment. I like it. I'd say we have quite a nasty little surprise in store for the Urquan the next time you tangle with them. Also, well, Captain, we have another problem. Your efforts on our behalf have been amazing. I truly believe we may win this struggle, but these achievements have not been gained without a price. Over 1,000 of my people have gone away with you on your ship and not returned. 1,000, Captain. Crew are quickly becoming a valuable commodity, and I expect their RU cost will reflect this.
Ooh. Hey, this is perfect, dude. The Ors came to our starbase, Demis. They're partying with the music now. This is perfect. I didn't make this connection until now. But yeah, the slave platform, dude. The subwoofer. It's perfect. We each have something the other want, you know? We have enemies for them to eat, we have a slave base to party on. We have the best subwoofer system. The memes are aligning. All the weird memes just line up perfectly. This is like no, fuck this shit. This wasn't the bad decision. This is the best decision.
The best party.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, do you like to party? Yeah, I can't believe I read that 100 times and I never made the connection to my joke about the party on the slave station. Yeah, we do like to party. 100% of the remaining humans in space, except for this one ship, is having a party right now, in fact. Oh, let's offload those resources. Ah.
More fuel for the fire, eh, Captain? That last load should keep it blazing.
Really? You don't give me the mother load line? When I offloaded that much?
The analysis reads as follows. Subject to ALO device. Data, whoever the Ta'alo were, they were clever. Way past us, probably even beyond the Shenjesu. As far as I can tell, with all our equipment, this thing is a rock. Just a rock. Nothing but a rock. However, if you feed a current into it, anywhere along its surface, everyone on board this starbase who has Esper potential gets a bad headache. Well, we checked a bit more into that, and when the Ta'alo thing is active, all evidence of Psychon interaction is flatlined. Nothing gets through. Summary, if you keep this Ta'alo rock device thing on board your vessel, I'll bet you're immune to any form of psychic attack, or at least mostly immune. That's the end of our scientist report. That's the end of our scientist report. We have been invaded by an alien race of robotic walking man. Goodbye, Captain.
Well, crew costs have now increased. Seven. It's now 5, up from 3. That's not too bad. If we go even further, if I exhaust all 2,000, do I just instantly lose? Force Nemesis. Let's buy a fleet of these.
You probably want to spend your resources since there's no penalty for selling them.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna... We're gonna become happy campers.
Yes. We're gonna party.
Yes.
And squeeze that juice.
Yes.
It's time to dance.
Fuck, I accidentally bought the wrong ship. My galaxy map? Well, it's not up now. I'll get it up though. Hey, remember, I don't want any spoilers that would ruin something satisfying. Okay, something that's like really satisfying. But you can. This is so hard. It's so hard to explain to people. But like, just be sensible. Like, I don't mind. Being like led in like an interesting direction where it's like, hey, can you please go here? Like you can say that, you know, but like don't tell me like what's there, you know. Yeah, sure, I'll bring up the map. We're just gonna outfit for a bit. I'm gonna very quickly just go hit oh yeah, I want to have a look at Earth again because we got some new equipment. I want to mine the solar system real fast. I'll bring up the galaxy map and then we'll go trade for some more information, and then that might be it. Or I might go to the Arialululo or whatever. The problem with the Arialululo is that I'll probably miss my timing on the portal. I'll probably be stuck there for like a month mining, right? So because of that, because I'll miss my timing, right? Realistically, we're gonna be stuck there for a while, and I don't feel like doing like lots of mining right now, so I need to end the stream real soon. So, if I perfectly hit the portal, we'll talk to the Arlu below before I end the stream, but if not, we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, this is the star map. Now before I... Okay, so I assume you want to look at it like this. Pause the stream now, so you can look at the star map forever, okay? I'll cycle through all the modes. Okay, I cycled through them twice, so... If you missed it, go and open my stream channel, open the VOD, and then in like 1 minute it'll be there, so you can look at it to your heart's content using the pause function. I'll go trade while in the meantime. Right, your message isn't... Huh. I am using pop-out chat and your message got partially cut off. Oh yeah, that's your Shafixty? Yeah, we met him early. We met that guy early. So here, actually what I was doing, I'll explain it, okay? So what I was doing was, I wanted to just mine a lot of resources, so we started here, and then we proceeded in a spiral. We did these quadrants in a spiral like this. And we got somewhere down here or something. Before eventually we realized that we'd spent like a year, and when I got here, we'd spent a year, and I already know that we have 5 years to beat the game, right? So I realized that we have not completed even 10% of the map in 20% of the time, right? So I realized there's no way we can just visit every star. So at that point I switched gears and I started doing quests instead. And I figured we would just mine along the way to quests, and so far this is the much more enjoyable way to play the game anyway, so I was just being a little bit stupid. And in fact, when I mined really far away from my home star system, the yields were much better too. So what I did was the equivalent of working at McDonald's for like 10 years before, you know, moving on to something better. So it's a good idea. We eventually went somewhere. Now, I was about to go questing. I have a notepad document of interesting addresses that we've learned about, right? I was literally about to go questing in the last stream, but then I noticed these stars were in this like beautiful pattern, so I decided to check out this interesting geographical feature before doing any questing, and we happened to run into the ores, and it was so funny that this is why this has taken up most of the stream. That's basically what happened last stream.
You know where you should go, mate?
What?
The Druge.
The Druge.
Yes.
Well, before we do anything else, we're gonna go to the Arlu.
Okay.
Oh yeah, before we do that, we're gonna try to trade. What happened with the Shafixty? I didn't kill him. Demis sort of spoiled me a little bit, because he told me to not kill him. This is like okay, I think. Like, he told me to not kill him, and then we tried to find the correct thing to say to him, and I retreated like 10 times or some shit. So, but eventually we figured it out. And now that we bought information like 10 times, remember, here's what you have to remember. It's a bit of a special scenario, right? Because like I said, because I gathered minerals in a spiral, I ran into the Shafixty just through my natural progression of mining, right? Like, I happened to run into the Shafixty, so Demis stepped in and told me to not kill him. Because, eventually, the trader sold me information that said you have to not kill him and you need to find a female. So, if I hadn't harvested in the spiral, there's no way I would have run into this guy before I had the information on how to deal with him anyway, right? So, it's it was just basically me playing the game incorrectly. But yeah, the Shafixty are alive.
Welcome back, Captain. You are our favorite customer. Now, what can we do for you today?
Yeah, I know I did fine, because Demet spoiled me. He told me what to do. Or more specifically, he told me what not to do.
Would you like the 118 units of biological data we downloaded?
Yeah, it took you a while to figure out that you're supposed to insult.
Yeah, I just tried everything, right?
What great items would you like to buy today? How much fuel do you wish to purchase? Fuel transferred to your vessel. How wonderful, Captain. This is the last historical item we have for sale. The civil war between the Green Urquan, the followers of Khazar, and their opponents, the death-dealing Korra, lasted for decades. It is likely that they would have annihilated each other were it not for a chance discovery by Khazar, a precursor battleship. The vessel was huge, many times the size of the Urquan's vessels. The precursor ship sliced through the Korra forces in days. The Korra were defeated. However, in their victory, the Khazar were humble. They realized that there was a chance, but they were wrong, and the Korra were right. Instead of destroying the Korra, the Khazar let them go, directing them to make their way through the stars, traveling against the spin of the galaxy. The Khazar would travel in the opposite direction, and when the two Urquan forces met, they would fight again in ritual combat, with the precursor battleship given to the winner. Captain, this is happening here and now. The Khazar, the Urquan who enslaved Earth, are fighting their ritual battle against the Korra in a large area centered near the Craterus constellation. If the Korra win this battle, Captain, the Khazar will stand aside and let them kill us all. We believe in the circulate Gitter battleship happening in Khazar, the Urquan who in such a large area centered near the Craterus constellation. If the Korra win this battle, Captain, the Khazar will stand back the ritual battle against the Urquan who enslaved her are fighting near the Craterus constellation. If the Korra win this battle, Captain, the Khazar will stand aside and let them kill us all. We believe it is your destiny to prevent this from happening. We regret to say that you have exhausted our supply of genuinely valuable information. However, we do have many thousands of useless facts, and that we will gladly sell you at a substantial discount. Are you interested? We thought not.
Really? Are you interested in buying useless facts from this guy? Of course I am. This game needs a remaster, dude, with additional useless facts that you can spend endless amounts of credits on.
Very well then. What trade items would you like to buy today? Very well then.
Oof.
It has been a pleasure dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
Well, let's go to the Arielo. Oh, actually, before we go to the Arielo, oh my god, the Arielo said they were willing to give our ship like a little warp jumper or whatever, which I assume just takes
The
you.
portal spawner.
Yeah, the
yes.
portal spawner, right? So before we go to the Arielo, let's acquire that portal thing so that the Arielo will give us, so that we don't waste quite as much time. Because if we have the portal spawner, we can actually save on travel time by jumping through quasi space when we want to go, when we want to go far. Because I assume there's like quasi space exit portals all over the place. So let's get the portal thing to try to make up for the fact that we wasted like a year early game harvesting. But yeah. In fact, I think that means that I'll end the stream here. So thanks, Alicat. You're the only guy chatting, so you're the only guy I know that's here. I'm gonna check the view list. Let's see. Well, thanks, Alicat, Captain Mars, and Electrical Skateboard for watching. Demis gets no thanks because he is, obviously on Discord and also paid me to stream the game, so it would be weird to thank him. But yeah, let's try to get that portal spawner next time. Yeah, let's just save actually. I'm itching to try out that. Oh, actually, before we leave, I have a thing to do. Let's try to fight a probe. I want one of those von Neumann probes. Oh, here it is. It's right there. Great. Let's test out that new ship.
We come in peace. All systems report nominal function. Priority override. New behavior dictated. Must break target into component materials.
Oh my god, the name of these ships, dude. New boy, fat fun, singer, hungry, wet, smell, oh, hungry, ooh. Frumple, loner, heavy, happy. Let's use the happy ship. Oh, it's so fast. How do we launch those boarding pods? I lost the ship. How do you launch the boarding pods?
With the secondary fire.
What's the secondary fire?
Shift. Each ship has a secondary fire.
There's no secondary fire! There's no secondary fire, Devin.
No?
There's no secondary fire.
No? Shift doesn't work.
expensive. Damn it.
What?
What's the secondary fire?
I don't know, where do you have it bound to?
I mean, how would I know?
Well, for me, it's control is primary and shift is secondary.
Maybe it just refuses to, you can rotate the cannon, really?
I mean, yeah, you saw the AI, I mean, they...
Oh, I have no idea how you rotate that cannon.
They float it around and shoot
shit,
at
what the fuck?
you.
Energize.
Oh. Oh, this is pretty useful. To fire backwards. The best firing angle.
Are you using the right shift?
Energize.
I tried using both.
Go.
Oh wait, what was that?
Intruder.
Wait, now it worked.
Go.
Wait, so you need to hold down control and shift produces a secondary? When I hit only shift, it didn't do anything. When I hit control and shift, then we said go a few times. Well, I obviously lost so many shifts that we're reloading that save, but I'll just end it now. I don't want to save scum like a lot, but like this was the way in which I lost all those shifts was a little bit silly. So, so silly, like the Ors would say. Okay, for next time we'll try to figure out. So what I'm going to do for next time is, before I stream tomorrow, I'll watch the recording of yesterday, and I'll skim through it and find which of the addresses refer to the hyperwave, or not, the portal spawner, okay? We'll figure, because I write stuff down in a notepad document. I'll let you see it, I guess. I write stuff down in like this notepad document, and it mostly is just the name of star systems, not like what's there, because that takes extra time and I don't want to spend too long just typing. So we're visiting all these places anyway, so the order we visit them doesn't really matter, except for this portal device, because that's going to aid us in moving around, so we want to go there first. So I'll look up my old recording and figure out where that portal device is. Because I know I was told where it was. It was just that I don't remember which one of these contains the portal device. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. And it's 01:31 for me, time-wise. So this is later than I would usually end my stream. So if you want to catch my usual streams, you have to show up earlier than this. But knowing my sleep schedule, there's probably going to be some streams that go this late in the future. Because, you know, they've done so in the past. So. But yeah, thanks for watching, and if you want to see these in almost better quality, if you want to see these in better quality, you can head to my YouTube. I have the same name, so just search for Singrana on YouTube. I do lossless local recordings, and then even though YouTube butchers them, they still look better than 8,000 bitrate on Twitch. But yeah, sure, check that out if you want, I guess. So yeah. Goodbye. Good night. Good morning. Good day. Whatever.